Hey, this is Nola Ade, and you are now rocking with Il McKenzie right here.
Yo, what up, man? This is man 504 Detroit. You already know every Tuesday and every Thursday I'm tuned in to the hottest radio station across the land, Quarantine Radio. They put it down and they play all the hottest new music. Let's get it.
It's your boy Gabe, and I want to give a big shout out to Quarantine Radio. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday and every Thursday. And thank you for supporting my new single, Down Low.
I want to hear that new soul-free wisdom on the Quarantine Radio.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the kid Swift, a baby. Young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Il McKenzie. Straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rocking out here, baby. Let's get it.
Being humble get no respect.
Yes, it's your boy iDub once again with another edition of Quarantine Radio. Tonight we just have our co-host King Cancer.
What up, what up?
And we have our lovely guest already here, McDonald.
Hi.
So we're going to get in a little bit with her after the music break. But before I go into the music break, I just wanted to go over a couple things. I've been talking about this the past couple of weeks. Our good friend Ty of Together Is Everything is put on an event November 10th. That's next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. Yeah, that's next Saturday. It's a business speed dating event. So, like, if you're a business person, entrepreneur, trying to get into business, or just want more information about it, I think it's like, because I put on a speed dating event before, it didn't go too well, but like the concept of it, of basically, when you're doing a speed date, you're trying to find a partner. So in this situation, you're trying to find a business partner. So like I like the idea of it. And so me personally, I'm going to be going to it. I believe King Cancer said he might try to go to it and everything. But if you're trying to get into business, or you're just trying to find a business partner and everything, this is something that you want to get into. It's November 10th. You can pick up your tickets at togethereverything.net/event. That's togethereverything.net/event. This is going to be in Durham at the Aloft Hotel. So that's something that you can get into. I've been posting information on my Instagram. I might put something on my actual website so you guys can actually navigate to it a little bit more quicker and everything. But other than that, the other thing is, the flag football. We're recruiting at this moment in time, trying to get people, girls, women, trying to get who is interested in it. We're going to start practice most likely in February. That's our goal, is to actually start practice in February for the spring season. So if you're interested in actually playing flag football, women, we're actually starting with a women's team. I know there's a men's league as well, and I'm just now realizing that I don't have my own microphone plugged up, so this is probably just catching me over there. I'll plug it back up so y'all probably barely hearing me, but I'm gonna plug my microphone up and everything. But so what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you're interested, email me at info@quarantineenterprise.com. That's info@quarantineenterprise.com, and I'll basically give you all the information about joining us, when practice is going to be starting. You might have seen the flyers, navigating and everything. Alright, so other than that, let me get into some music right quick. We have Nola Ade with we have Ty with us today too. So we have Nola Ade with Good Feeling. This is Nola Ade with Good Feeling, alright?
Such a good feeling.
such a good feeling, yeah. Feel it down in my soul. And I don't wanna ever let it go. I want to feel this way until I'm old. I was made to fly and touch the sky, so let me soar. It's time for us both to lose control. I get such a good feeling. Your kiss to me is healing. My one wish on the star is to always be where you are. 'Cause you give me that feeling. Got so much I could share. Share it all with the world. Stronger than any mountain, but as gentle as our love. And I don't wanna ever let it go. I want to feel this way until I'm old. I was made to fly and touch the sky, so let me soar. It's time for us both to lose control. I get such a good feeling. Your kiss to me is healing. My one wish on the stars, I'll always be where you are. 'Cause you give me that feeling. I wanna never let go. I wanna never let go. Baby, I know that you know, and I know you won't ever let go. It's like I'm on an island with the finest, and we're dining, and it's all for me. And baby, you remind me, you're behind me, never hiding, won't all to say. I get such a good feeling. Your kiss to me is healing. My one wish on the stars, I'll always be where you are. 'Cause you give me that feeling. I wanna never let go. I wanna never let go. I wanna never let go. I wanna never let go.
Nowadays we're fussing too damn much, making it so stressful, ready to give up on love. How would you feel? Yeah. But never mind, I dropped 10K on the ring. Still there wasn't enough, it's such an ungrateful thing. How could you deal? Yeah. Even the nights I would get on my knees, just to pray to find a way out. I'm wondering, how could this be? Still I say, time and time again. Up and down, back and forth. Now we're back from lovers to friends. I never ever keep a secret from you. No friends will come between us, girl, I'll adore you. Time and time again. Up and down, back and forth. Now we're back from lovers to friends. I never ever keep a secret from you. No friends will come between us, girl, I'll adore you. Stay saying what the haters say. Used to love and war, now we hate all these things you stay to play. After we're done, but never mind, I dropped 10K on the ring. Still there wasn't enough, it's such an ungrateful thing. How could you deal? Yeah. Even the nights I would get on my knees, just to pray to find a way out. I'm wondering, how could this be? Still I say, time again. Up and down, back and forth. Now we're back from lovers to friends. I never ever keep a secret from you. No friends will come between us, girl, I'll adore you. Time and time, time and time, time and time again. Up and down, back and forth. Now we're back from lovers to friends. I never ever keep a secret from you. No friends will come between us, girl, I'll adore you.
We're back. First track was No Lie Day with Good Feelings. Second track was Sean Lamont with Time Again. Time Lamont just he released his album last year. It's still up on I believe iTunes and everything. It's called R. So you can also check that out. Look up Sean Lamont on iTunes, Google, and everything like that. All right. So as I stated today, and I got my mic plugged up, so y'all most likely can hear me better now. So we have Megan McDonald's, owner of Muscle Matters. I'm gonna let her give an opportunity to give like a little introduction of herself before we actually jump into the interview.
Hi, I'm Megan McDonald, owner of Muscles Matter. You can follow me or hit me up at www.mymusclesmatter.com. I've been a massage therapist for about 8.5, 9 years. I got into massage through sports medicine in high school, and here we are, 8.5, 9 years later.
Okay. Cancer?
Man, I was about to say, don't go too much, don't give them too much yet. Hold on now. She gonna leave nothing for me to ask. She's sharing everything with y'all. Well, first and foremost, how are you tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
It's been a long day, but I'm good. My first question is, North Carolina, born, raised, or from somewhere else?
North Carolina, Durham, Bull City. Born and raised.
Okay. I don't know what you said. It's called Bull City. I don't know what y'all.
Yeah, Bull City. You're not the bull.
Nah, I don't know.
Are you at?
So growing up, how was your childhood growing up? Were you very active in sports? Were you a quiet, shy type? Like, what were you doing?
No, I was very outgoing. It's actually the total opposite of how I am now, because now I'm kind of reserved and quiet unless you really, really know me.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, always in the sports, started track and field at 7. Did a little t-ball before that, but track and field I fell in love with. Did a little bit of basketball. I wasn't really good at it. So I stuck to track and field.
Okay. So being into sports when you were younger, did you ever think about being a massage therapist, using your hands when you were into sports, since you were so, I guess since you were active as a child?
No, not even close. I wanted to be a doctor. I think that's every kid's dream. Mm-hmm. But just kind of going through high school and doing sports medicine kind of led me to that avenue. I didn't even go to school to get my undergrad. Mm-hmm. With that in mind, it was kind of like a second thought. Like, okay, I graduated, got my degree. Now what am I supposed to do? I was just kind of following the steps of quote unquote life. Mm-hmm. So it ended there. Or not ended.
I got a question, because you had mentioned that you were actually doing like sports medicine and stuff like that. Was like just seeing athletes and everything made you realize how important it was to like for massages and everything, or training the muscles and everything? Is that what lead you to that?
Excuse me. No, actually in sports medicine class, when we got to the upper levels, like level 3 and level 4, it was only 2 of us. Me and this girl named Aston Frick.
What a name.
We would just actually sit in class with our teacher, Mr. Pringle. Shout out to Mr. Pringle, wherever he is. And literally we would go over the body. I was always in awe of the body and how it works. And I just remember sitting in his office one day, because I would massage some of the football players per se, their feet, which totally gross me out, and feet still gross me out. Weird considering I touch them almost every day.
That's crazy. My girl's the same way. She does massages. She's a massage therapist too, and she don't like feet.
Yeah, it's so weird, but I kind of like put on and get it done. But just doing that and like the fellas liking it. And I remember just sitting in his office one day, and he's like, you can really make a lot of money being a massage therapist. And it always just stuck in the back of my head. I'm still waiting on that, but I really do enjoy what I do. So yeah, that's how it kind of came about. I went, like I said, got my degree, and after that, I was just kind of like, now what am I supposed to do? Because I get bored very easily. So for me to still be doing this 8.5, 9 years later, like I really, really loved it.
So you mentioned you were playing sports back in school. Did that follow you throughout school, so middle school and high school as well, or did you not do sports back in high school?
Yeah, I did sports in middle school and high school, and didn't do anything in college. The avenue was I was supposed to be in the Olympics, but that didn't happen either. So I just kind of did it, and then I stopped. When I went to college, I didn't go to college to play sports. I had a daughter at 16, and so I was just kind of trying to be focused on what I need to do to get to where I need to be a good example for my daughter.
Okay, so when did you realize, like, when did you first start getting into massage therapy? I know you were saying it came via sports medicine, doing sports medicine, but at the very beginning, like, how did you transfer from sports medicine to massage therapy?
Well, funny thing is, doing sports medicine, that was going to be my major. I was going to school for that, and I really, really wanted to go to state. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But for a majority of 12th grade, I was like, I'm going to state. Then when it got time to, like, really figure out where I was going, they didn't have that as a major. So it was like I really didn't do my research. And so with that, I had to kind of pick where I wanted to go. And my brother at the time, shout out to JP, he's in Afghanistan right now, I love you. Okay. He was doing sports management in Charlotte, or right outside of Charlotte, Belmont Abbey. And he was actually working with the Panthers at the time for like an internship. And so my mind changed gears, and I was like, instead of doing sports medicine, because state didn't have it, I decided to go sports management route. And so, like I said, kind of got my degree. It was just kind of like, okay, what else am I supposed to do? What else am I supposed to do? And so it triggered what Mr. Pringle said, like, you can make a lot of money as a massage therapist. And because I did like the body, I was still working out and doing things of that nature, even in school. Like, I would work out, people would ask me for workouts and stuff like that. So it kind of just ran this course like that.
Okay.
So you never thought about doing a personal training route or anything?
I actually was a personal trainer for a little bit. I am currently still a trainer. I just don't train anybody because I don't really have a home gym right now. So I'm not training, but I actually did do that because I'm also a youth track and field coach, volunteer coach. So I kind of still stay very active, and then when people see me, they're like, oh, can you help me work out? So it kind of all flows together. Like, I'll put you through a workout, then, I'll give you a massage.
See, and that's what I was, my next thing. It's just like, that sounds like that would be like good money. It's just like, they pay you for the workout, and then after the workout and they're all sores, it's like, so how about, let me pay you for that massage?
People aren't consistent, though. So they work out, then they won't come back.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've been told that I'm really mean as a trainer. But I'm just trying to push you to get to your goals, And then I think with massage therapy, people don't really consider it taking care of their body. Some people kind of still look at it like a luxury as opposed to a necessity. Because right now workout is like the new wave with social media and stuff. So they rather do that than actually take care of their body.
That actually was going to be one of my questions for you, as far as like how important is it for people to like get massages, and like how often should they be getting massages?
Well, it's on a person-to-person basis. I would definitely say. I would say, for instance, I see a lot of people that are sedentary in their day-to-day, So they're sitting at a computer, so they have the hunched shoulders, and their shoulders are always hurting, or their lower back is hurting. We weren't made to sit as people, and because they don't live a active lifestyle. I would say seeing those people 2 to 3 times a month. Those who are active, whether those be bodybuilders, your athletes, pro or amateur athletes, I would say at least once a week, maybe 3 times a month. Again, it just varies body to body and person to person, but it's so important, just like sleep, drinking your water, eating right. Massage just helps with kind of releasing the tension that you build up with working out, or if you're not working out at all, getting that blood to flow and things of that nature.
And what type of massages do you actually do?
Well, I do Swedish, deep tissue, trigger points, sports, hot stones, but I don't have my hot stones. I'm still waiting for them, which I ordered like 3 years ago.
Dang. Wow. Come on now. 3 years ago. I would have canceled that order like, yo, I don't need these. Let me get them from somewhere else.
Yeah, I totally got. I actually just got certified in acupressure, which I love. Chair, massage, neuromuscular, and I think that's it.
And like, do you actually do like a sit down one-on-one with somebody to find out exactly what type of massage they would actually need, or you just go by like what they're saying?
I go by what they're saying, but my hands are very intuitive, so they can tell me what they want, and I kind of try to stick to that as much as I can, but I let my hands do the work. So my hands communicate with the muscles very well. So I allow that to take its course and take place.
So how does that work?
Just from what I feel, through palpations, through just any type of touch that I do, I can tell if the muscle's tight, I can feel a knot. I mean, 9 times out of 10 people know when they have knots, but then sometimes, a lot of times people are delusional and they're not as tight as they actually think they are. But I actually want to say it's a gift, because everybody doesn't have that. I've seen a lot of people over these 8.5 to 9 years, and you'll be amazed at how many people say they've had so many massages from all over the world, and I've been one of the best that they've ever had, just because I don't just listen to what they're saying, I allow my hands to listen to their body.
Interesting. So getting into massage therapy, has there ever been a point where you thought maybe this is not for me?
Yes, actually. I wouldn't say that it wasn't for me. It's just that it wasn't leading me to where I wanted to go. I actually had got my license, and I sat on my license for like 5 months, and I was just like, I don't really know, because I do have a daughter who is 14. You know, at that time I can't remember how old she was, but I needed to provide, and I just wasn't sure if massage was going to help me provide and give her the lifestyle that I wanted to give her. And I always said that I didn't want to work for anyone else. That didn't work out. Well, I'll take that back. I'm not going to say that it didn't work out. Initially, it didn't work out because I didn't want to do the massage envy or the hand and stone. But massage envy, they are cool. Just for the basis of, insurance purposes and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like having your own.
So you never worked at those places?
I did.
You did? How long were you there for?
The first time?
The first time? Wait a minute.
The first time, I want to say about 4.5 years. And then the second time, which is actually currently, because I coincide with my business in there just for the insurance purposes. It's been about 2.5 years now. And I just love my clients. Like, that's one thing. The location that I'm at, my clients love me. I love them. And so, it's convenient.
So, coming out of working at, was it with Massage Envy?
Yeah.
Okay, so coming out of working with Massage Envy, when did you realize, okay, I want to start my own business and doing this and going my own route?
When I wasn't making enough money. Truth be told, when I wasn't making enough money. And I mean, I think that also comes with maturity, because I would be the therapist that I don't feel like going to work today. So I would call out.
Dang.
And I mean, unlike other jobs and professions, massage, like if I don't feel well, I'm not going to go to work because I can't give you what you need or what you're coming for as a client if I don't feel well. I can't, you know, perform to the best of my ability, and then I don't want to, because it's so intimate, I don't want to pass anything on. And on the contrary of that, clients, if you're sick, please stay home, because I don't want what you may have. A massage isn't going to make you feel better. It's actually going to make you feel worse, which is something that a lot of people do not know.
Why is that? Why would it make you feel worse?
Because you're moving the blood and you're moving the lymph in the body. So if you have a cold or sick on your stomach or anything like that, it's just kind of bringing it all up because you're moving it around. So it's not going to help. The only thing that I would say would necessarily help is if you had a headache. Now, I can help you with your headache. But if you're sick and you're coughing, stay at home. Because then
that makes sense.
You expose it to not only me, but everyone in the clinic or the setting. And I don't have time to be sick.
I definitely can agree with you on that one, because I tell people all the time at my job, I'm just like, don't come to work sick, because I don't want to get sick.
Yeah, but how does your employer feel about that? I'm in a profession where it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, they try to be understanding, but then you also have the people that don't understand. Like, you're supposed to be at their every need, like I have an appointment, it was scheduled, you know, and I understand that, but we're humans too. I'm not a machine. So as long as I take care of my body, help me take care of you.
Exactly. And it makes sense, because I think and I read this, I think it was like a couple months ago, I know a lot of jobs are trying to move to where, like, they're giving people personal days. Like, if you go to your boss and say, look, I'm mentally drained, I need a personal day, or I'm going to go crazy, you know, they'll give you a personal day and you still get paid for that day. Because I wouldn't want you coming to work if you feel you're mentally strained and, you know, something's not clicking. I don't want you to come to work and somebody make you mad and you want to go postal on everybody.
Right.
You know, so I guess you, in the massage lane, you guys have got it right. You know, like you said, if you call out because you don't feel like going to work because you don't feel right yourself, that makes sense.
Right.
Now, I imagine, though, you guys probably get paid by your clients, so it's not an hourly thing or a salary thing. Is you get paid for the sessions.
Well, correct, which is technically by hour, by body. So if I'm sitting there, I don't get paid. Now that's at enterprise or actual location. If you're working for someone else, when I'm working for myself, like the client is booked. You know, I don't have to worry about that. So
now, when you started your business, did you want it? Because I know, as we were talking earlier off camera, you were saying that you traveled to your clients. Was that something that you knew when you started your business that you wanted to do? You wanted to be you wanted to travel to your clients, or were you thinking, no, they can come to me?
Well, when I first started, I had moved from Charlotte because I was staying in Charlotte at the time, because that's where I got my undergrad, in Charlotte, and went to massage school. And I came back and I was just kind of putting the word out, so it was more so referrals. So I was going to people. Then I actually did get a location at Northgate Mall in the basement. A lot of people don't know they have a basement.
I didn't even know. Did you know that?
No. They have a whole school down there, actually, or they used to. I don't know if it's still there. I had an office there from 2012 to December 2016, and I actually the only reason I actually shut it down is because there was another time where I was like, I'm not sure if this is what I'm supposed to do or what I want to do. So I shut it down to pursue my degree in physical therapy, to apply for my doctorate, to get my degree in physical therapy. And now I'm back at that place where I'm not sure if that's what I'm supposed to do. And massage is more the avenue of what I enjoy, because schoolwork was kicking my ass. So, to be honest, and it was just a lot, because I'm the owner, the operator, I do everything. So it was a lot on my plate to do that, Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday, go to school, and then do all the extracurricular activities for my daughter as well. So it became a lot.
What were you doing? Were you a full-time student or part-time?
I was part-time.
Okay.
Those classes were hard. I hate chemistry. I don't know if either one of y'all have taken chemistry, but 1 and 2, it kicked my ass. I said I would never ever take those again. And physics. Hate physics.
I started taking chemistry when I got in college, and I quickly learned, nah.
You know, a lot of people change their majors because of those type of classes. I passed, by the way. I did pass, but it was way too much.
I've never, me myself, I just never really been into like science.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, I don't know, can't even remember why I was taking chemistry, but I was taking it and I was just like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
But that was just like, with I was doing the same with a micro economics class.
Okay.
And because I wanted to be a business major when I started, and just taking that class alone, I was just like, that quickly taught me that wasn't the avenue for me. I passed it,
right.
But going through it, I was just like, no.
Right.
So I definitely understand where you're coming from on that one. Now, with your business, have you ever thought about bringing in more people to work underneath you, or is that something that you want to get to one day, or do you just want to keep it, how you have it now?
One day I would like to bring people underneath me. The only thing with that is massages per person or by people. And so it would be very hard for me to, because I'm good at what I do, doesn't mean that you'll be good. I can teach you, I can give you the tools, but that doesn't mean you'll be able to apply it the way that I apply it, or give him the tools or tie the tools and be able to do it as fluid as I do it. And they may hate it, so that is kind of one of those things where it's like, I want to have something that they're going to get the same type of service that I provide, but that can't be guaranteed by me just teaching you or showing you how to do it.
Okay. So in your journey, what has been the hardest thing that you've accomplished thus far, from starting up to now?
I would say running a business on its own. A lot of people look at the glamorous side of, you're making so much money per hour or the freedom, but it's a lot of work. There's been some things that I wasn't able to be there for my daughter, and it's just hard because I promote, I market, I answer the phone call. It was a time where they had to leave me a voicemail because I wasn't picking up the phone because it was that strenuous on me and that hard. But to get to a place of success, you have to be willing to do that grind and grit that a lot of people don't want to do.
Yeah.
To get to that side of, being able to make your own schedule. Because now I'm at everything, and I know how to shut it down. Because I was at one point like, oh, you want a massage? Okay. Yes.
No,
I've learned the power of no. Very quickly. Very quickly.
I got a question. Have you ever heard of Tiffany Montgomery?
No.
She was like the best-selling author, Ebony and everything. Now she's like a motivational speaker. I had the pleasure of interviewing her a couple of years ago. I think now she actually charged for people to interview. But she was also a teen mother, and she has talked about how a lot of people told her that she was going to mess up her life if she had the baby and everything, and now she's a millionaire and everything. Did you ever, when you had the baby, did you have support and everything, or guidance? Because I know some teen mothers, they get discouraged and everything because they have a baby and everything. Did you have encouragement and everything to keep you going and motivated?
Yeah, so actually I have a really good support system even to this day. My parents are awesome. I had her when I was 16. They didn't allow me to stop, the goals that I was after. I actually went away for college, and they watched after her. So in anything that I need at any time, they've been there. And it's really appreciative because I know a lot of teen moms don't have that. So yeah, my support system has been great, and even down to all of my friends. Like if I need something, or I'm going through something, they're always there to support not only me but her as well.
Is there anything that you might have advice for girls that might not have that support and everything, and that kind of might be kind of discouraged of like keep on following their dreams?
Yeah, I would say don't give up and pray. Times are going to be hard, and even now, the road isn't easy for me by no means, even with the support system. But you have to keep going. If you know there's something out there that you want to do and that you want to accomplish, because it's not only about you now, it's about someone that's looking up to you, whether that's a little boy or a little girl. And so you just have to keep striving no matter what, and pray. Definitely pray.
Now, I know you say you're still active. Earlier, our esteemed DJ mentioned our women's flag football team. So, you don't have to answer this now. We can talk about this off camera later.
Okay.
But we would definitely like for you to participate if we can make that happen.
Okay, it's something, as long as you give me some more information and it kind of works with my schedule and works around my daughter's schedule, it might be something I can make happen.
See, I like the sound of that. Yeah.
We might can actually throw you some clients too at the end of practices.
That too.
I like that.
See, you come and practice and play, and then you make some money afterwards.
Oh, they got to shower first. Yeah, a dirty body is just not cool.
So I want to hear some stories from your clients. Anything that you can share. What's one of the weirdest stories that you have?
I know, like, with my girl, like, she told me this one person came in there and in the middle of the massage, took her wig off and just threw it on the chair. Have you ever had something like that?
Yeah, because I've been doing this for so long, I have some very interesting stories. As soon as I close the door, I've had people or women who, like, I'm going to take this off, but I'm just like, okay, because 9 times out of 10, it's in the way anyway, if you want your scalp massage. So, yeah, I would say the most interesting story is, this is when I actually had my own business. I did a Groupon, and so I had a guy and a girl come, and at that point, I was actually working out of a gym, through Ivan Jenkins. Shout out to Ivan. Working out a gym, and I had did a Groupon because it was a couple. I was like, I had to bring in another therapist, and he knew someone. And it was a man and a lady, and I was just like, okay, couple, cool. So I moved out and got my own office in Northgate, and he came again, and this time he brought someone else.
Oh.
So it got to a point where it was like, okay, he brought the first one, which was the girlfriend, the first time, and I think he brought her a second time. The third time it was his wife. And I just used to be like, and at this point it's just me, so it's like, and so me and him became really, really cool, and so he just used to, I'm a massage therapist, but people like to tell me all of their business as they're laying on the table. And so, yeah, he was just like giving me the story of it wasn't his fault and all this. And I'm just like, okay, dude. Like,
so
his secret is safe with me. I mean, no one knows him, so, But it was very interesting. And they were like repeat customers. I would see them monthly. The girlfriend stopped coming. I guess they broke up or something. But him and the wife
started coming.
Continued to come. They wouldn't come at the same time, but they both would come.
So he didn't know that with massage therapists, it wasn't that patient confidential.
The patient confidentiality.
Yeah.
I guess he would assume, or you come into a business. This is like McDonald's. If you bring a different girl in, I would assume the cashier not gonna say, that ain't the same girl I seen last week. I mean, mentally, I was cracking up. It was too funny. And then when we became really, really cool, we would just have some very interesting conversations, to say the least. And yeah, don't think they're together anymore.
He didn't try to come on to you too, did he?
No, he never tried to come on to me. We were just cool.
Did you have you ever had anyone try to do that?
Come on to me? No, but I have had some men and maybe even him become aroused during session, which I mean, because I'm so professional, I don't pay no attention to it. I think the thing that gets to me the most is the people who fart or pass gas. And they just laugh. Either they laugh and they'll say excuse me, or they just act like it doesn't happen, and I'm like in there gagging.
That kind of bring me to my next question. What type of oils do you actually use and everything?
I use an all-natural gel by Bon Vital. It has a nice consistency. It's not as oily as an oil or slippery, but it's not as, I find lotion to be very drying. So it's a happy medium in between the two.
Do they have smells and everything?
No, it's unscented.
So
you don't know if people have allergies, so I'd rather just go the all natural route and don't have any smells or anything like that.
So you don't have nothing to actually cover up the smell when they start farting?
No, it just has to air out. I mean, I do have some spray, but you know, I'm one of those therapists also. I don't really stop once I start. You do have some therapists that, you know, if they have to use the bathroom, I'll hold it the best to my ability. I'll hold it. I think out of 8.5 years, I may have left out of the room maybe 3 times.
It was that bad? It was that
yeah,
bad?
I was like, I can't hold it, you know. But yeah, so I just have to let it air out and just pray for the best.
With the back-to-back massages and everything, like, does your hands get tense or anything?
No, I think that may also be attributed to me working out, or I used to work out a lot, almost 5-6 days a week. So I think that actually benefited, and because I've been doing it for so long, the only time my hands hurted was probably the first day I started Massage Envy, and I did 4 hours back to back, and I was just like, my hands are hurting. But after that day, I've never had any problems.
So you think like for like up and coming massage therapists, it might be good for them to work out to actually transition all that?
Yeah, definitely. Because you are using your body and you're using your hands and your arms, and it's almost like a workout. So you have to take care of yourself as well. You have a lot of therapists who get very winded, or they are hurting or in pain, and I just don't have the issues, and I believe that's because I take care of my body.
Oh, Dad, I forgot to mention Joy's on the phone.
Hi, Joy.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, it totally slipped my mind.
Dang, Joy, he didn't even let us know he was on the phone.
Did you have any questions
for 10 hours?
Oh no.
Did you have any questions for Megan before we take our first break?
No, I mean, y'all asked all the questions. I was just really shocked by you having a 14-year-old. You take really good care of yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, I get that a lot. People think we're sisters.
Yeah.
That's always
you look pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, my next question is the different styles of massage that you do. Mm-hmm. I want if you could touch bases, like give just like a quick, brief description of the styles that you do.
Okay. Well, I do want to say that I kind of intertwine all of them, so I never really give like a true Swedish, which is long strokes on the body. Deep tissue would be like a deeper version of Swedish, trying to just get deeper into the muscle. Trigger point is kind of hitting pointed areas on the body that may have referral pain. Neuromuscular is almost the same as trigger point, but you're more so using your thumbs to kind of alleviate some of those points on the body. Sports incorporates stretching. Hot stones would be a massage just using hot stones, so it's less work on my body. Chair massage is, in a chair. And acupressure, which I just took that class on Tuesday, I believe. It takes a more Asian route, and it has to do with different points on your body that correspond with other points on your body. So, like in between your thumb and your forefinger would be like gallbladder, but there you'll have gallbladder 29 and you have gallbladder 13 can be back here. Yeah, so it'll be different points where I could touch or put pressure on that kind of alleviate something that you have going on. Like there's a point in the foot if you have hyperhidrosis, which is, do you know what that is? Where you, those people that sweat a lot constantly, like have sweat problems and stuff. There's a spot on your foot that you can touch that kind of helps alleviate that.
Oh wow!
So acupressure, it was total dope. Totally a dope class, and I actually loved it, and I'm actually looking forward to doing more Asian-inspired classes and modalities.
So what's your favorite style to do? If you had to choose one to do, what would be your favorite if you had to do it for the rest of your life?
Sports. I love working with athletes or bodybuilder type people just because I've always been an athlete for most of my life. So Swedish is just kind of boring. I mean, I do it, but it's kind of almost like rubbing lotion on you. So I like to really get in there and, work some kinks out.
Now, and doing this for 8.5, 9 years, have you seen more females or more males?
That's a good question. I would say I have definitely seen more males.
Is it because males? Is it because I guess males do a lot more? So I don't want to come off and say this the wrong way. Give me a second. Let me think about how I want to word this, because I don't want to sound, I don't want to come off bad. But man, I don't know. I'm gonna scrap that question. Okay, well, I feel like that question is gonna come off really bad.
Well, I can say that I personally just feel that males just kind of, how can I put it, take care of their body a little bit more on that aspect. That side of the spectrum, just because they're hurting, because they lift too much, or they're playing a sport, and so it's important, because I've seen a lot of athletes, so it's important for them, a part of their regimen, to take care of their bodies, to get the tissue and the blood and all that back flowing, and to release those areas of tension in their body. Whereas women, they can be equally as hard on their bodies. I don't think that it just registers as much, maybe more so for athletic women, as opposed to those who aren't. But there are a lot of women who do get massages. I've just personally seen more men than I've seen women.
So would you rather work, when it comes to massage, would you rather work with a male or with a woman?
I don't have a preference.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a
That's
preference.
good. So with massaging, and has it ever gotten to a point where in the middle of a massage, it's probably gonna in the middle of a massage, have you ever just had to stop because your client was not doing, like, moving around too much, or they were talking to you too much, and you're just like, look, I'm trying to focus here?
No. As I mentioned before, like, I'm a massage therapist, but some people just like to talk, and it's actually funny because in school they try to tell you not to talk to your clients, but because I've built such a rapport with most of them, like, we talk about everything, things that we probably even shouldn't, that I know I shouldn't be talking about with them. But just building those type of relationships. But no, I've never had to stop a session, thank God, and hopefully I never will.
Oh, that's good. So tell everybody your prices.
Well, for a 60-minute session, it is $75, and for a 90-minute, it's $105.
What if they want longer than 90 minutes?
I don't do longer than 90 minutes. Because 9 times out of 10, most people don't need more than 90 minutes. I do have, like, I would say those who athletes or those who are in the gym hardcore will probably be the only people that really need a 2-hour massage, which would be the max, I think, that anybody does, unless you have someone that's like literally paying you. Because I've had a coworker of mine tell me that before, that someone paid for them to massage them like all day, but they would take breaks. Yeah, that's the same place that I know. Yes.
Oh,
I guess he had the money. Like, I don't know.
Jeez.
I wouldn't do it personally because I'm just like, that's not enough body in the world. Like,
so, what was the main reason why you felt like you needed it all day?
We didn't get that far in the conversation. Yeah.
Have you had clients, want to pay you for all day massages or try to pay you to be their personal massage therapist?
No, I wouldn't say for all day, but I have several people that I see consistently, so I guess I am their personal massage therapist, but I'm not like at their beck and call. Like, they have to schedule an appointment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And how many appointments do you usually do a day?
I try not to do more than 5.
Okay. And you're usually always booked up?
Yeah, typically, I am. I try to do more so when I'm not working for someone else. I try to be pretty booked, but it depends because people are flaky. You have those people who, are consistent and know that they should, like I said, take care of their body and get massage. And I think just people being educated on how important it is, because 9 times out of 10, one of my questions are, have you stretched? For those clients that I see that are really, really tight, and they'll either they hesitate and I'll tell them no, you didn't stretch, or they'll tell me like, no, not like I should be. And I think a misconception for a lot of people is I'm not a miracle worker. Like, I can only help you help yourself. So you have to do the work too in regards to stretching and drinking your water, because water flushes out toxins. So a lot of therapists, or I hope all therapists, are telling their clients after that they give them a massage to drink water to flush out the toxins.
Okay. Now, so when you do the massage, and that's releasing all the toxins from all the knots and everything that's in there.
Yeah. So you drink enough until you actually have to use the restroom because water flushes it out. Just like you know how you drink so much alcohol when you have to it comes right on out.
Yeah.
Because it's toxic to your body.
That's true. You got any questions, DJ?
Well, we're about to go into our music break, and then we'll come back, chop it up some more with you and everything. Might go into some current events and everything that's going on. I'm trying to think if there's anything that we should ask before we go into the music break. I'll probably think about something before we come back. Oh, Joy, did you have anything before?
I don't have any.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm about to go into the first track. I'm about to go into is Fitzgerald with Overdose. This is Fitzgerald with Overdose.
Yo, this is Strict Now Music, and I'm rocking with my dude Il McKenzie on Quarantine Radio every Tuesday and Thursday. Yo, I appreciate the support for the album Overdose on all digital platforms. Thank you. Stay up.
La la la. All through the night. Wish I never knew. La la la. Wish we never would. All through the night. All day long I've been sitting here thinking about you. And every time we hooked up in that room, from the way you walk, the heels you wore, and the lingerie, playing that old school, that Shirley Murdoch as we lay. Love my girl, I love my case. She like, what's wrong with you? Every time I see her face, girl, it's you I picture. Wishing you were my chick. I wish you never sent that pic with no clothes and that pose, so exposed, made me overdose. Girl, you got that. Wishing I can call you, babe. I wish you never gave me that cake. It's the way it flows. It's so dope. Like a freak show. Make me overdose. Girl, you got that. She don't even know. She don't even know. They don't even know. Just ask me go. And whenever I want it, we find a way to oh la la la. Early in the morning, in the middle of the day, all through the night. I call her the name she likes. She like what you doing? What you doing? I be holding her so tight. Girl, it's you I'm feeling. Wishing you were my chick. I wish you never sent that pic. With no clothes, in that pose. So exposed, maybe overdose. Girl, you got that. Wishing I can call you, babe. I wish you never gave me that cake. It's the way it flows. It's so dope. Like a freak show, make me overdose. Girl, you got that. Girl, my body craving. You got me hallucinating. My mind tripping. Tunnel vision. All I can see is you. Selfies in your birthday suite. I'm intoxicated, all off track. Girl, you got that. Ooh. I'm wishing you were my chick. I wish you never sent that pic. With no clothes, in that pose. So exposed, maybe overdose. Girl, you got that. I'm wishing I can call you, babe. I wish you never gave me that cake. It's the way it flows. It's so dope. Like a freak show, make me overdose. Girl, you got that. Wish I never knew. Wish we never knew. Oh la la la. All through the night.
I can't figure it out. Are you in or out? Ain't no time to waste. Tryna give you a ring, but you gotta think for the fast life. And I'm ready to try with you. I'm selfish, can't nobody else have you. Let's give this one more try. Or am I wasting my time? You're still mine. Forever. We can still be together. We've been through so much, so don't give up, give up, give up. So baby, can we work it out? 'Cause I thought our love would last. Now baby, can we work it out? 'Cause you said we'd never end. How did we make such a mess of this love? You're my queen. Don't make me settle for less love. If we did it before, we can do it again. Just give us one more chance to have a happy. So baby, can we work it out? 'Cause I thought our love would last. Now baby, can we work it out? 'Cause you said we'd never end.
I never meant to happen like this, but something like a cocktail of love had a twist. You were my greatest bliss. Your lips revive me from a bad day. Sitting here missing how you would adorn my body with your love. Thinking about you, craving it more and more. I love you from your crown all the way down to your brown, brown skin. suddenly went away, far away. So baby, can we work it out? Work it out, work it out. 'Cause I thought this love would last.
Now baby, can we work it out? 'Cause you said we'd never end. So baby, can we work it out? 'Cause I thought
I'm having problems breathing from all these emotions that I feel. Everything about you excites me. From the way you smile to the way you speak, your breath on my skin like you're touching me. You move me, you elate me. Keep thinking, could this be real? You're alluring, so enticing. Affect the way I feel. You put a spark in me, you excite me. You make my world stand still. You're making me hot, you're making me wet, you're making me move, you make me go. Tell me lies. You got me so. You look so good, feel so good, feel so good. You got me breathless. I can see the way you look at me. Do you want me as much as I want you? Want you? Well, you make me so excited. With your chest on me, my legs on you, hands on waist while I'm kissing you. You move me, you elate me. Keep thinking, could this be real? You're alluring, so enticing. Affect the way I feel. You put a spark in me, you excite me. You make my world stand still. You're making me hot, you're making me wet, you're making me move, you make me go. You got me like, you got me like. You got me like, you got me so. You got me so breathless. You look so good, feel so good, you got me like, you got me breathless. I like the way you make me feel when you're with me. I can't stop the way I feel inside. The things that you do to me, I can hardly You're making me. You look so good, feel so good, feel so good. You got me breathless. You're making me. You got me like, you got me so. You look so good, you got me so breathless. You look so good, feel so good, you got me like, you got me breathless.
So she found one mama's food.
Alright, we're back. First track was Fitzgerald with Overdose. Second track was Jason Daxon with Beautiful. Wait a second, did I play that? Yeah, because I had it in my mind to play. And third track was Keisha Love with Breathless. Alright, so we're gonna dip into a couple of things that's going on in the world. One of the most major thing going on right now is the election and everything. So we might touch on that because there's a lot of stuff going on. Because even though we're in North Carolina, two of the states that a lot of people zero in on is Georgia and Florida, because they basically have historical moments. You have Georgia might have the first black female and I know that Florida, that guy is. I think he might be the first black governor there, and they're kind of like screwing. I know Trump been saying a lot of stuff about the guy in Florida, and I think that in Georgia they've been just some laws that's been coming up. I think like exact match law, where they're trying to say stuff about like the person has to have the exact name on their ID as their registration and stuff like that, or their vote won't count. So they're not counting a lot of votes because of that and stuff like that. Have y'all heard about that?
Yeah, it's the one in Florida. Is that the Andrew?
And Trump been saying a whole lot of stuff about him, saying he's a crook, thief, and stuff like that. And I know that they said something about I can't remember. No, it was the guy that he's running against. He was telling people don't monkey this up and everything.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So like him and Trump been attacking him hard, but Trump won't. He's been saying a lot of stuff that Trump won't actually mention his name. Like he'll subliminally say stuff on Twitter, and he keeps saying Trump. He adds Trump. He says say my name next time and everything.
Yeah.
So those are the main ones, because I know Oprah and Obama is supposed to be going to Georgia to help the one in Florida and everything. But how y'all feel about what's going on in I think the main things in North Carolina is the tax cut and the teacher salaries and money going towards the schools and everything.
I'll let you go first.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Oh, you the guest. I gotta let you go first.
So I just put this out there that I really don't watch the news. so as far as like in depth of when you're saying teacher salaries, you mean like
money going towards the schools and everything, like
so are they trying to pay teachers more?
Yeah, like because I just went to vote today, so I was reading the amendments and everything, and one of the things is that I guess they just passed a bill, and they were trying to basically divide up like how they actually going to put the tax money into the schools and everything. Mm-hmm. That's what I understood by reading it and everything.
Well, I definitely think that would be a good thing. I do think teachers need to get paid more. I mean, they take care of your kids, my kids, for a lot of the day, for a lot of the year, and for them to kind of live on the salaries that they are living on, it's just bull crap.
Because like one of the main thing is they've been saying this for years, and I know like my cousin, she actually was a teacher in North Carolina for a while, and then she went to Maryland. But like North Carolina's been losing a lot of good teachers because of the pay situation, right. And they feel like they can't live off the pay that they have, so they've been losing a lot of good teachers because we can't afford to pay them.
They can't afford.
Well, that's what they're saying. they're not paying them the right amount. So that is one of the bills that's on the ballot as far as like how much to pay them. Like I saw them broken up from high school. I saw something about college, and there was a third one that I can't actually remember right now that was on there. But I have voted yes for all three of them.
We had the same ballot. I didn't see that on my stuff.
Oh, you didn't? Then you looked on the back.
One of y'all getting played. Wait a minute now.
you had turned the ballot.
Turned it over. Turned it. Flip. Yeah. Did all that. Maybe I won't read.
Yeah, I read it thoroughly because I wanted to understand what I was voting yes or no to.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't remember seeing that question. I know they had something in regards to like the hunting.
Oh yeah, that was the first one. Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, was that the last question?
That was I think that was the last three. That was the last three ones.
The last. Yeah, that's why they put it right at the end. Because they like you. By the time you get there, you ain't gonna read these questions.
They were the longest ones too. They were the longest ones too. So I had to. I read it a couple times because I wanted to make sure I understood what I was reading because they were long.
So did you get hassled by people that's outside?
No, because I actually did that at NC State. So, like, I parked my car. I was hoping that I wasn't going to get towed or anything. Because it said permit parking. I was like, so where am I supposed to park at? So I was just like, I parked there, went into the building and everything, had to look for the room, went upstairs and everything. But, no, I didn't get harassed by nobody.
You got harassed? Why you?
No, I wouldn't say harassed. But you know the people that hand you the papers, like, here, vote for who and who. And I know they give you like a fake little ballot thing, and they have it all filled out for you and all this stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I was curious.
I think that's supposed to be like, it's supposed to show you, of like, this is what the ballot's gonna look like when you go in there. But it's kind of,
they had it filled out like,
this is who you're gonna vote for.
Yeah, like Democrats, like this is who you vote for. All them questions like no or yes and stuff like that. So that's what I was asking. But I don't remember reading. Maybe I didn't read the last couple questions.
Yeah, they put it right at the end, and they made it nice and extra long for you because they're like, man, ain't nobody about to read these, so we ain't got to worry about paying these teachers.
And I'm glad I actually did research on that tax one because like they were talking about tax cuts and everything, and with the tax cut one where they're asking you, are you for the tax cut? It's actually benefiting the wealthy and not us. But the way that they worded it on there, it was like it was going to be a tax cut for everybody.
I think I put no for that one.
Yeah, I did a guess for that one.
Yeah, I be against. I haven't voted yet.
You got until.
I know. I'm gonna try to because I think the polls should still be open after I get off work on Saturday, where I live. So I think that's what I'm going to do is going to go vote on Saturday. Because this election is... What you said, Joy?
I said I feel left out.
Well,
I'll never be able to like have these conversations with y'all because I'll never vote.
Yeah, see, she don't vote. She's one of those I don't vote people.
Why don't you vote?
Because I don't. I mean, I guess I'm kind of like a conspiracy theorist. I just believe all the governors and stuff are predetermined, so I don't really vote. And I mean, I know it's cool for like teachers to get like more money, but in my opinion, I honestly think the minimum wage should be lifted for all workers, full-time and part-time, because I feel like at the minimum wage now, which I believe is $7.25, no one can really live off of that. So maybe I just think they should care about everyone in every job and not just teachers, because they're not the only people helping others benefit, because it takes people to run a whole business, and you're getting paid minimum wage, especially if you have kids, can't take care of them really. So I think they should just up that completely. But that's my opinion on that part. But still, I don't vote because I do believe that they're all predetermined. But I've always believed that, which is why I've never voted.
Did you learn that in social studies? No.
What did you say?
I said, did you learn that in social studies? Because I feel like I heard that before too. But
I've heard. I can't remember what made me do that. I think it was social studies. But I just kind of feel like, I don't know, it's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's true. I just feel like they're all predetermined for presidents and governors and mayors and all that.
So you don't feel
Sorry,
like...
I'm a little out of breath.
So you don't feel like if you did participate, what about, how they have that, it's 49 to 50%, you don't feel like you and maybe someone else who doesn't vote could help get that win that's needed in favor of the person that should win or that we all would want to win as opposed to the person that we wouldn't?
No, I think they make up the percentages. Because with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, I could be saying it wrong, but I believe Donald Trump won the electoral college vote and she won the popular vote. But he was elected as president. So I just think Congress or whoever's responsible for the whole, whoever makes the final decision. I believe they already just pick out who they want to run these places or states. And I just think the numbers are fabricated.
Any response to that?
I mean, we're all entitled to our opinions. I mean, who would know? Except for those people that, you know, are in those places.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, you know, our ancestors fought for us to vote, so why not, whether it helps or not, you know. I would rather believe in the good than the bad or the it's not nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I haven't voted yet, but I'm definitely going to vote. Because I definitely, like, my opinion on it is that, you know, our votes do matter. And just like you said, I mean, our ancestors fought for one of the many rights that we have now, and voting was one of them. And, you know, I just, for me, it's just like, that was an opportunity that I wouldn't have had if it wasn't for them. So why waste that opportunity? You know, get out there and vote. Now, like you said, to each his own for everyone. If you don't vote, you don't vote, you know. But on the flip side of that, it's just like, you know, I know people who don't vote and they're always complaining about this and complaining about that and they're not happy with this. And it's just like, well, I mean, you didn't vote, so you can't really say anything. I mean, you can, but it's like your opinion and that in that sense is kind of like, you know, it's kind of null and void because you didn't at least participate. I mean, it'd be a different story if you say you voted and the person you voted for didn't win and this person won and they made these laws or they got these laws passed with the help of, you know, the Congress behind them. Then, you know, go ahead and complain all you want. Yeah. But then it's also like, you know, there's that fine line between, because then, you know, people are going to start throwing that amendment, the right to, you know, right to free speech amendment, and I can say what I want and feel like I want, and, you know, so it goes into like a deeper conversation and a bigger argument. Right. You know, so I just tend to be like, you know, hey, live your life, you do you.
James, one of our other co-hosts, he in the chat was saying the dense populated states vote heavily Democrat, but regardless of how lopsided it is, they get a fixed number of electoral votes. So it's possible under this system for candidates to win the popular and lose the electoral.
The electoral votes.
Yeah, but the electoral, doesn't that trump the popular vote? Because I think Donald Trump only won the electoral college thing, and Hillary won the popular vote. But Trump was put in the White House.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't remember how that works. It was explained to me, but I don't remember how it works because I'm not a big politic person. Yeah, me either. So
I'm not either. I just hear stuff from here and there. And when I hear stuff like that, if the popular vote isn't the most important vote, then what's the point of voting? If you're going by, if the electoral college thing trumps the popular vote.
So what you're saying is there basically shouldn't be, the popular vote shouldn't even be in existence, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying the popular vote should matter more than the electoral college vote, but I don't believe it does. Because, again, I could be saying it wrong, but I believe Donald Trump won the electoral college vote, but Hillary won the popular vote. I believe that's how it was. I can't really remember. But if the popular vote is basically everyone voting, the person that had the bigger percentage should be in the White House for the popular vote.
Kind of moving along and everything, because this kind of goes on the topic. Y'all know Don Lemon?
Yes.
CNN. Okay, so he's been the past couple of days. People have been getting on him because he basically made a statement where he basically said the biggest threat in America is white. Well, basically saying that white people are the biggest terrorists in America.
Well, over the last few years, it definitely speaks to that. Oh, I couldn't even say the last few years. Ever since they kind of came over and took America from the Native Americans.
Because and it's crazy because I remember I'm trying to remember what state this was, but there was a Native American running, and one of Trump's supporters were basically saying, "I want to see your birthrights and stuff like that to show that you are American and everything." And just for them to say that to a Native American just made me wonder, how can you say that to a Native American? Like they were the ones that were originally here.
So we were taught wrong.
Because Christopher Columbus discovered America, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, social studies for all of us just effed it up.
You got to remember that.
It blew my mind when I actually saw that line. You're questioning this person's birthrights, and their ancestors were here before us.
Before any of us, yeah.
So, but yeah, like he was saying, because I don't want to say terrorist group, but that's how it is, because they are the ones that mostly overpowering a lot of stuff. Cause we just had that guy that was sending out pipe bombs, and then you have, I'm not sure, who was the guy that shot up the church? Have they found? It was
a white guy,
and they don't get as much. I want to say scrutiny as far as if another race actually did this.
Someone of color.
Yeah, just put it out. Just say it. Just say someone of color.
Because
black and brown
you'll sit there and Trump will come on TV, and he'll basically just kind of sugarcoat everything, and basically because with the church shooting, he said they should have guns, and.
Yeah. Number 45 said that the people in the church, it's their fault that they got shot up because nobody in the church had guns to protect themselves and everybody else in there. Okay. He said it's their fault.
Anyway.
He said they need to better protect themselves. It's their fault.
Why didn't you want to label them as terrorists?
Because they're his supporters. That's what I've been trying to say. Is it seems like he tries to protect his supporters because even with the thing in Virginia,
he said UVA. Yeah, he said it was good people on both sides.
On both sides.
When that girl got ran over,
he's trying to. He doesn't want to put the blame on himself, and he wants to protect the people that actually supported him.
The white nationalists and the KKK.
So
that support him.
Because if he speaks bad about them, he's going to lose their support. And like I said, I don't understand with the guy in Florida, Andrew. His name Andrew, right? Yeah. He's saying that he's a criminal, but he never said what type of criminal act he has done. And then you have a video of people in the crowd chanting "Lock him up." They don't have no evidence that he has done any criminal act, but he got all these people riled up talking about lock him up just because he said that he was a criminal.
And as the leader of the free world, he thinks that's okay. Now, where does that? Someone help me to understand how that's okay. You're supposed to be the leader of the free world. You're supposed to be bringing us together. Especially in times of crisis, you're supposed to be bringing us together, and you're riling up a crowd of people to say lock up somebody who you have no evidence that has done any crime, who is trying to make a difference in the state that they're in. and who hasn't even said anything, who's not coming for you. He's not out here saying, you know what, bad mouth of Trump. He's trying to make a difference. He's trying to get elected to make a difference in Florida. But now you're making a target out of this man. So now he's going to respond to you. One, what he said what you was talking about earlier. Trump was talking about him in tweets, and Andrew replied back and was like, next time say my name.
That next time at me. Yeah.
Or next time at me. Yeah. I mean, same thing.
Yeah.
First off, where is he tweeting? I mean, definitely like he hides behind tweets and things.
Who, number 45?
Yeah, I don't acknowledge him. So.
I don't call him the president. I call him number 45.
I don't.
I can't acknowledge somebody like that that's running the country, and all of this crazy stuff is going on, and you're not coming out and saying anything against it. And all this racism is being shown to people of different nationalities and backgrounds here in the country. You got people telling them, you need to go back to where you come from. This is America. Learn English.
And the crazy thing about it is he's also trying to do with the birth rights, where if the kid is born here and their parents are not citizens, that he doesn't want to have like the birth rights of like just because you were born here you become a citizen.
Yeah, see? When that goes back to when he had the travel ban. Everybody trying, people traveling to see families outside of the states, and they're trying to come back in the states because they're citizens and they live here, but they can't come back in the states. Like,
he's an idiot.
I'm like, this is, and people follow this guy as
because they're idiots too.
I just don't get it.
But
I mean, I understand people saying they voted for him because he's a businessman. So they looked at that and said, well, since he's a businessman and he's a good businessman, he's going to be able to run the United States. Because at the end of the day, the United States is a business. When you look at it at that point, and when it comes to, goods coming in and out of the country and things like that. But just because he's a businessman doesn't make him a good leader.
Correct. That's just like, and forgive me because somebody might feel some type of way, but it's just like Michael Jordan is a good coach. He doesn't coach basketball. He's good at it, or was good at it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't coach. So.
Exactly. So it's like, just because you could be good at something doesn't mean you're going to be good at doing something else.
Right.
Like, even in that same aspect. It's like you just said, Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players to ever grace the game of basketball. But that doesn't mean once he stops playing, he's going to be the best head coach in the world. It's a difference between being a player and then being a head coach.
And being a leader, yeah.
And it's just like, Donald Trump, good businessman. I give him that. Good businessman. Leader of the free world? Nah.
Well, is there anything else y'all want to speak on that before we go to a next subject? Or you're basically...
Well, Joy, do you have anything you want to say?
Nope.
Alright, so to kind of lighten up everything, we kind of got some good news. Well, it depends on who you are, because some people didn't like the idea, but it's been rumored for a minute that there was going to be a Bad Boys 3. And this morning, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence confirmed it. How do y'all feel about that? As far as did y'all like the first two Bad Boys?
I like the first one.
But you didn't like the second?
Sorry, Megan, you can go ahead.
I was just saying I did. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I didn't like the second one. I liked the first one.
I like both.
And
Oh, go ahead, Joy.
I'm tired of sequels. I feel like they got like 9 sequels to every movie.
Well, I'm ecstatic. I can't wait. I want to see it. I know they were saying it was slated to come out in 2020. I hope it doesn't come out in 2020. I hope it comes out next year. But it's probably gonna come out in 2020. But like I said, I enjoyed the first two, so I'm happy for it.
I mean, for a couple of years, there's been rumors of who's going to be co-starring. Like I seen one movie poster where they had Denzel Washington and Jamie Foxx going to be in it. It'll be kind of nice with that combination. I feel because I like Jamie Foxx as an actor. Like I feel like he's a jack of all trades. Like he fits in good in movies. Some people didn't like him as Electro and Spider-Man, but I think he did a good job. He's about to do a movie with on Robin Hood. James said, "If you don't like Bad Boys 2, you're a terrorist."
Well, I'm not a terrorist, and I did not like that movie.
So it's like with some of these movies, you just look at who they're actually going to get to actually co-star with the to add flavor to the movie and everything. And like I said, I think it would be a nice addition if you have like a Jamie Foxx and Denzel Washington. Even I think T.I. will probably fit nicely in there because the way that he's been actually evolving as an actor, I think that he might be able to play even a villain in that type of situation. What y'all think?
Do they have to cast together?
Yeah, this man be spitting there. Yeah. T.I. be saying some stuff I ain't never even heard of. Be like, dictionary? What? What? Hey, rewind that. What did he say?
I'm all for it. I love T.I., so, hey, they learn a new word or two.
I feel like, I think T.I. can pull it off. I think Denzel can pull it off.
Oh, he can pull off anything.
I don't know about Jamie Foxx. I don't know if that would be a good movie for Jamie.
For real?
Yeah.
Like he's
the only reason
some good cop movies though.
No, and I'm not saying he hasn't. And Jamie Foxx is one of my favorite actors. But I can't see. I don't think there'd be a good dynamic between with all four of them in that movie. But I don't see a good dynamic with Jamie Foxx in that movie. Like,
so you don't think the
for me,
chemistry
it just
would
feels
be there
like
for that?
I don't think so. And I feel like it would be overkill.
Brian, you don't think he could be a good villain?
Who, Jamie?
Yeah.
I don't think I can't see Jamie in the Bad Boys universe.
See,
like he doesn't. For me, he's not a fit for that.
See, James is saying that he didn't like James is saying that he didn't like Jamie Foxx in the Spider-Man. I don't understand like people. I felt like he did good in that role. Like, did y'all see that Spider-Man with Jamie Foxx?
Didn't see it.
I've seen it, but I don't remember it. So if I don't remember it, then I kind of agree with James on that one.
I thought he played that role perfectly.
Honestly, I was kind of shocked when I first found out he was in that movie. I was like, Jamie Foxx? What? It kind of threw me off. Because he just, like, you know how, like, you try not to put a label on people when you see them actors and actresses. You try not to put a label and say they're only good in these certain type of movies. And then, because when you do that, when they step out and they do something different, you typically don't like it.
Yeah.
Because you're not comfortable with seeing them in that role.
So that's like Kevin Hart in a serious role? Because I heard he has one coming up.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah. The one with he's helping the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked kind of interesting.
Wait, what movie are you talking about?
Kevin Hart, he has a movie coming out.
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I've seen the previews for it. But see, Kevin, it's different with comedians.
Y'all talking about that serious movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's different with comedians because as a comedian, your job is to be funny. So I feel like with comedians, a lot of people just automatically put them in funny roles because that's their job, to be funny. Whereas if you're just an actor, my job is to entertain you.
Right.
But as an actor, if I'm an actor and all my movies have been more serious movies, and then you see me in a comedy, if you're used to just seeing me in these serious movies, and in your head that's all I'm good for, when you see me in that comedy, there's a good chance you're not going to like it because you stuck me into the movies of seriousness because that's all I've done.
So you can see Denzel being in a comedy role.
I can see Denzel being in a comedy movie.
Hasn't he been in a comedy?
I think that Mark Wahlberg movie was kind of like an action comedy.
Which one
but
was that?
Denzel kind of has a wider range. Because before the Denzel Washington movies that I've seen, he was always playing a good guy. So in a Training Day role, which is one of my favorite movies, by the way, in a Training Day role, I was really surprised by how well he executed that role. He came off as arrogant and the bad guy. Yeah. I just think he has a bigger range. So I think he could be funny. Again, I don't really want to speak on Jamie Foxx because I've seen a lot of his roles, and I really, really love Jamie Foxx's personality. But I've never really seen a movie with Jamie Foxx in it where I actually liked him in those roles.
See, and
the Jamie Foxx show does not count, but the movies. I haven't seen a role he's done that I actually enjoyed him in.
Not even the movie where, I don't know what the name of it is, where he is the guy, like someone kills his family or something like that. A couple of years old. I have no idea what the name of it is.
They killed his family?
He was the cop in it.
Yeah, that's law-abiding citizen. That's what I thought you were. Yeah,
I thought you were a lawyer.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Lawyer.
Yeah, I didn't like him in that role.
I did.
I don't know what it is, but Jamie Foxx. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the actress Paula Patton.
Yeah.
To me, he's kind of like her. Like with Paula Patton, I've never seen a role that I actually liked her in. And she's kind of like Jamie, where they do comedies and they do serious roles.
That's a total diss to Jamie to be comparing to Paula. Because I still wonder like how she be getting these.
An example.
Because I sit here like, how did she get these roles? She's the type of actress where she's trying to act. It's supposed to come natural. And every time I see her in a movie, I try to give her the benefit. She's been in some good movies, but she's always that person that kind of ruins the movie.
But that's the way Jamie Foxx is for me.
No, I like that. I like Perfect Man. I like those movies, but she kind of ruined them. I can watch those movies, but every time she comes on there, you can tell she's acting, and you're not supposed to do that with an actor. Know that they're supposed to be they embody that character, and she is how is she in the industry that long and hasn't been able to get that?
The Rock can't act.
You don't think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a good actor?
He's been involved in.
No, he sounds like a coach in every movie.
The Rock hasn't been involved. The Rock has been involved, and I can actually say The Rock because there were some movies where The Rock, you could tell he was acting, but I feel like he has been involving as an actor. Her, as many years as she's been in the industry, for it to be the same.
Hashtag me too, Darnell.
So for you to compare her to Jamie Foxx, that is a total insult to him.
But I cannot think of anyone else that's like that. Because the way you feel about Paula Patton is exactly how I feel about Jamie Foxx. I haven't seen him in a role that I was impressed with.
Oh, what about Ray?
I wasn't impressed with it. He just looked like he was making fun of a blind man.
See, my thing.
He actually worked side by side with Ray before he died.
Well, then that's a shame. I did not like his acting in that movie.
The only thing, see, my thing with Jamie is, I can see because Jamie hasn't done a lot of action movies, so I think when he did Spider-Man, I think that was way left field because he hasn't done and when I say action movies, I mean stuff like superhero movies, like superhero action movies, or if there's just even if it's just stuff that Jason Statham does. You like those type of action movies. Jamie has never really been that type of actor to do that type of stuff. So for Jamie Foxx, a lot of people probably didn't like him in that Spider-Man movie because that was so left field from what Jamie does. Jamie does comedy. Jamie does love. He does serious. He can do sad. I mean, and that's where his range of movies are. I mean, we haven't seen him in a horror movie, so we don't know if he can do horror. And then he did Spider-Man, so that was, to my knowledge, that was his first real action movie. You know? And like I said, I don't remember, I know he was in the movie, I've seen the movie, but I don't remember his acting in the movie. So for me, that tells me right then and there that it wasn't all that great. But I can remember him in other movies, and it's just those movies were really good. Now, as we were saying with Denzel, yes, that man has a wide range. And I feel like Denzel can pull off anything. That's why Denzel is one of my favorite actors, because I really feel like he can do any movie. Yeah. And, and Denzel's just the man. He's the man. So, but that's how I feel about, there's other actors that I feel about that, too. It's like Jason Statham. Jason Statham, that man does nothing but action movies. And he's one of my favorite actors too. But that man does nothing but action movies. And all his roles are always serious roles. So imagine seeing that man in a comedy film movie being the jokester. You're going to be like, wait a minute. He might, I don't know, he could probably pull it off. But at the same time, you're going to be like,
Brian, did you see Spy?
Did I see Spy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I saw that one.
What's that one about?
That one's about I can't remember her name, but anyway, she goes undercover to, I guess, get the bad guy. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Jude Law.
Did it just come out?
I think you're talking about.
I think it came out 3 years ago.
You're talking about what is that girl's the big girl?
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Yeah, she's and I'm forgetting her sister's name too. She has a famous sister too. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I did see that one. Yeah, he did play kind of a comedy role in that one.
Yeah, I thought he was funny in that one because he was really sarcastic.
Yeah. Now that Joy actually mentioned it, I actually remember that he did kind of play comic relief in that movie. Yeah, he did pretty good as far as kind of balancing it.
Robert Downey Jr. James said, side note, Robert Downey Jr. is the man. My man was in blackface, and everyone loves that movie.
Oh yeah, we can slide into that discussion.
Yeah, because I was gonna.
How did y'all?
That was a good transition.
Yeah, because nobody actually said anything about that because I guess because it was Robert Downey Jr. Have you seen Tropic
Thunder?
Yeah, Tropic Thunder. With
that movie. That movie was funny.
Yeah, with Robert Downey Jr.
Nobody says anything about it.
Yeah, he actually did blackface in that. But there's been a lot of controversy with people.
Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, because she actually says she doesn't see the big deal about it. But at the same time, you see a lot of white people that actually dress up as black people without actually putting on blackface, and they still nail the costumes. Mm-hmm. So you can actually do that because she was trying to say that I idolize this person. Why can't I darken my face
to look like them?
I never understood that because when you see black people dress up as Wonder Woman or something, I've never seen a black person paint their face white. So I never understood the concept of changing your skin color to be a character that's not your race.
Well, we all
but
know.
I can't remember her name, Julianne Hough, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black.
Oh, yeah.
But she dressed up as her for Halloween, but she painted her face black. And I'm just not understanding the concept. I mean, she could have done the balls and the jumpsuit without coloring her face black. So I just never understood it.
What do you think about blackface?
With Joy, I don't understand, because it's like they do that, or some people do that, but then they're the same ones that, for lack of better terms, don't like us or always have something to say. So I don't get, it's like a fascination almost.
Yeah.
They do it to get the laughs or the likes, but it's not what they really want. So I've never understood it either.
It's sort of like the Cinco de Mayo. Like, everybody's wanting the Mexicans to stay on their side, but we're celebrating a holiday that's basically for them.
Who is we?
Well, okay, I should say they. I should say they, because I personally don't celebrate it. Like, I never got the big deal about it and everything. Mainly because, like, I've been sober for like 10 years now, so I'm not the type of person that just go out there and just drink. But like, everybody does. It's the same thing with St. Patrick's Day. They like it because they have another excuse to go out there and drink.
That's what I was gonna say. Black people, it ain't even about the holiday. They just it's a day to celebrate drinking.
Pretty much.
It ain't gotta be, it could be Cinco de Mayo, it could be St. Patrick's Day, it could be July 4th. We not celebrating. Well, they're not celebrating those things. They're just trying to, have a good time. Maybe you're off work.
Mm-hmm. That's a reason to go home and drink.
Right.
Because it's Cinco de Mayo. Or, like you said.
And they may eat some tacos. I like tacos, but I wouldn't say I celebrate, Cinco de Mayo.
Well, my thing on blackface is because I was a theater major when I was in college. Yeah. So it was one of the things that we talked about in college, and I don't like it. It's derogatory, and it's really messed up. You got white people, and they're doing it to entertain. When they started doing it, it was to entertain other white folks on what they thought how we lived our lives, and how we act and how we talk amongst each other when they're not around. Right. And then making it, their faces extra dark and having either the big pink lips or the big white lips.
Like the monkey.
Exactly. Exactly. And it was just, for people to think that we've come far, but not far enough. But for someone to sit on national TV and to say, I think it's okay, why not dress up in blackface for Halloween, because it's the one time a year that you're supposed to be able to be somebody that you're not. So you're basically saying that it's okay for y'all to for us to go backwards. Let's just go backwards. Let's just go back to slavery where you guys owned us and sold us off as property.
Well, it's just like the meme that I saw. I don't know how heavy y'all are on social media. Well, you want to, dress up like a black person, I'm going to dress up like a cop. So,
exactly.
If you want to play those type of games per se, and then see how you really feel.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, let me go put some white on my face and put a uniform on and come harass you.
Right.
And see how you like it.
You don't even have to have on a uniform. You can be, what is it, Barbecue Becky. All those type of people. So,
See,
it's kind of crazy.
I wish that would have happened to somebody dressed up in blackface. That somebody, came up and was like, you know what? Yeah, now I'm gonna do you like it's done to us.
Yeah, on a daily.
And let's see how you like it.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. Those whatever they the backyard barbecue and stuff like that. It's calmed down the past couple of weeks. I just noticed that we haven't had a conversation about that where another person has came out.
Actually, there was someone in Charlotte. I forgot the name they used for her.
What did she do?
She called the police because a lady was visiting her sister in like one of the more, I guess, wealthy neighborhood areas in Charlotte, and the car wouldn't start. So then they were both outside, and she's following them like, why are you here? Who are you here to visit? Does your boyfriend stay here?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's happening. It may not be as publicized yet, but yeah, that just happened in Charlotte maybe a week or two ago. So in North Carolina.
These things are just never going to stop. And what sucks is, we're supposed to be at this point of progression, and white people would like to say and to like to think that racism doesn't exist anymore.
It's crazy because there was this one where this guy was babysitting some white kids, and the lady, and the kids were like, this woman keep bothering us because, I forgot what the black guy's name was, but because he was black, so they know. So the white kids were aware of why this woman was bothering them, and they felt like it was wrong. So it goes back to the innocence of kids, where most of them are trained to actually think this way, but some of them actually understand and don't think it's right.
Yeah. And I feel like for them, though, it's for the ones that know that it's not right, it's because they have someone of black, brown origin that's in their life heavily.
Right.
So they know just by being around that person that it's not right. But when you have the ones who don't have that presence of someone in their life that of black or brown skin, they come up and they're like, oh well, I don't see it, I've never seen it, I don't think it exists, and it could happen right in front of them, and they'll make up some type of excuse for it and be like, oh, that wasn't racist, that was whatever you were doing wrong. And it's just like, no, that was racism right there.
Have you all went and saw the movie The Hate You Give?
I've been meaning to go watch that, but the last couple of weekends, me and my girl been going out with her daughter, and for some reason she don't think that that's a movie that she should be watching. So I'll probably have to go see it by myself, because like this weekend we're supposed to go see Nobody's Fool.
How old is the daughter, if you don't mind me asking?
10.
I think it'd be a good movie for her to go see. I went with my daughter to go see it. I think it's me and my daughter both cried. It's very prevalent or the things in the movie was very prevalent to the things that's going on, and I just say that she should see it because it's like, it's real, it's happening day after day in the world that she's growing up in the world that she's living in. So she shouldn't shield her. She needs to be able to be aware of it. So if something was to happen, she knows, like, I wouldn't necessarily say why, but there is some presence and some acknowledgement of the world that's going on. I don't feel that you should shield your kids from things like that, because you just never know. You could walk out your door today, and something could happen to a child just because these people or they are getting very ruthless.
It's a shame that it's to the point where not only we have to train our kids to definitely, as soon as if you were to ever get pulled over by the cops, just put your hands up. Don't even put them on the wheel, just put them up so the cops can see your hands are up. There's nothing there, and then you got to also tell them to, in a sense, you've got to be fearful, because even though these people are supposed to protect and serve you got to be afraid of them, because one, you're black or you're brown, and you don't know if they're going to kill you. You could be doing everything that this person is telling you to do, and they'll still shoot you.
Yeah.
But like I said again, we're supposed to be in this progressive state where these things are not supposed to be happening.
I think, I'm telling you, literally everything that you just said, everyone should go watch that movie. Black, brown, white, yellow, green, blue. Everybody should go watch that movie. Because I do think that a lot of the other people just are kind of ignorant to some things.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll open their eyes, even though it's plastered every day on the news. Like, I don't watch the news, but it's plastered on the news, it's plastered, on media, wherever, whichever. And maybe it could open their eyes to something. Because there were some white people in the theater when we were there. And I was just like,
But see, the thing is, it's like, does it stick with them?
Right.
Because, when we go to see stuff like that, it's going to stick with us. Because, one, we live through it. We're going through it. And when it happens to other people, other black and brown people, we feel for them. Because we know it could happen to us. But for white people, it's not the same for them. So I always question, like, when I see them in movies like that, I know you've seen this movie and you might be sitting there crying, or you might be sitting there looking like you're in deep thought, but is this really going to stick with you tomorrow and the next day and the following week and the next month? Is this really going to make a change in your life? Or are you just going to be like, yeah, I saw it, it made me cry, I thought about it, and then, a week later, it's gone and you're back to the same old you?
It's kind of crazy that you mentioned that white people were in there, because me and my girl went to go see the Black Klansman, and sitting right next to us was two white guys, and like I was kind of suspect of them. I'm like, why y'all here? And they were sitting right next to us and everything, but they enjoyed the movie and everything. So it kind of tells you that there are people out there that are aware of it, but like. Because like even like there was a rally and a Black Life movement was there, and one of the Republicans allowed them to still come up there to speak their piece and everything, and they said stuff that some of the people in the crowd agreed with, and then some of them disagreed with it, and like a lot of them was like, what about your black on black crime and everything? Like, so they were still trying to make excuses on justifying what they were doing and everything. But you can see that there are some people that are aware of what's going on. It's kind of like the Colin Kaepernick thing, because like you hear some people saying that it's disrespecting the flag and the military, and then you have some military people saying that we agree with the protests because that's what we fought for. So we don't mind Kaepernick kneeling and everything, or the people kneeling. And then we have the whole situation where now with Eric Reed, and where he's basically exposing another football player, Malcolm Jenkins, for basically trying to be that scapegoat. Basically, I think that's what he was basically saying, is that the NFL was using him to actually exploit the situation and keep the fans happy, and that's why he's saying that he was a sellout and everything. But
I disagree with Eric Reed, because Colin Kaepernick ghosted. He just went AWOL. Colin Kaepernick didn't continue to stand up for his rights. I haven't heard anything from Colin Kaepernick. They did the owners meeting, from what I recall, or the report. They did the owners meeting to ask these three guys, what can we do to resolve the situation? Nobody had a solution. So because Malcolm Jenkins, I don't remember what the $89 million was supposed to go towards, but Malcolm Jenkins accepted it, and Eric Reed called him a sellout because he took the money. Instead of, I guess, Eric Reed thinks he could have taken more, I guess, for, I don't know what Eric Reed was talking about take more money for, but the issue with Malcolm Jenkins, Eric Reed, and Colin Kaepernick is they had no solution. for what they were kneeling for. So if you don't have a solution, the owners basically gave you a solution, like, hey, we're going to donate whatever to your foundations or whatever. Because if you're going to make a movement, at least conclude it with an actual solution that they didn't have. So I think Eric Reed is just walking around trying to get attention at this point, especially calling or confronting him on the field, because he has no issue with Colin Kaepernick when Colin Kaepernick is the one that backed out. Like, I haven't heard Colin Kaepernick mention this movement at all.
He's still in court. He's still in court for everything.
You said what?
He's still in court for everything.
You said it doesn't matter if Eric Reed is continuing to push this. If he's going to be mad at Malcolm Jenkins for what he did, there's no reason why he shouldn't be mad at Colin. Before they did,
no, but if a person's in court, they really can't speak on the matter at hand.
Yes,
but he was still putting up his own money to actually front all his movements. Like, he put up his own money for that.
But the matter at hand is Colin Kaepernick lying, saying that he's been blackballed. They're saying Colin Kaepernick's lying because he was offered 2 contracts. He just didn't like the money. So he turned down the contract, and he's saying that the NFL blackballed him or lowballed him, whatever they call it.
He actually wasn't offered any contracts before the kneeling.
Yeah, but they said he was. You can't be offered a contract before the kneeling because you're technically already in contract with the Niners. He's saying that he's been blackballed because of the movement, but they offered you 2 contracts with 2 different teams, and you turned them down because you thought you were better. And that type of play that he put on the field, he wasn't good enough for someone to pay for with the attention that comes with that as far as media. I'm not saying he's close to as bad as Tim Tebow, but it's kind of like the same thing I said about Tim Tebow. If you're not performing on the field, no team is going to take you for the media attention that comes with that. Now, I don't know what's true or what's false with the whole Colin Kaepernick situation with being blackballed, but if they offered him those contracts, there's no reason for him to fight this case that he won't win.
But that's the thing that's what I'm saying. He wasn't offered any contracts. Like, they already discussed all that and showed that he wasn't offered contracts, and that they did have proof that there were some going around where coaches were saying do not pick him up because he's going to hurt the league. Like, they have proof of all that.
Yeah, because I heard that the Ravens offered him a contract.
And that was way before, and like I forgot what the situation was, but the Ravens didn't offer him a contract.
So to catch you up to speed, like what you so I know you know about Colin kneeling and everything. So basically he's suing the NFL pretty much because of him. They were saying that he was he's saying that he was blackballed and nobody offered him a contract to play, basically based off of him kneeling and doing his silent protests. And he took it in front of a judge, and the judge gave him the go-ahead to take it to court. Mm-hmm. He had enough evidence to prove that he's being blackballed, he's being traded by the NFL, by the owners of these teams. Mm-hmm. Now, to my knowledge, I do agree with Darnell. There hasn't been any team since the kneeling and everything has started that has offered him a contract. And I feel like if they did offer him a contract, it was to shut him up. But I haven't seen or read anything since all of this that he's been offered a contract, and he's gone on record to say that he hasn't been offered any contract. Him, and I think his agent has even said it, that no one's offered him any type of contract. And at a time when he was trying to, be signed by all these teams, and he was trying to talk to the teams, no one wanted to deal with him because of the attention that he was bringing to the NFL with his whole kneeling. And to bring the other 2 players, and they were talking about Malcolm Jenkins and Eric Reed, they had started a coalition. They were kneeling along with him, and the NFL pretty much was just like, we're going to pull money from other things that they give money to and we're going to give it to your coalition.
That was the other thing. Like, they were talking about taking money away from like the breast cancer awareness and stuff like that.
Yeah, to
and, like,
give it to them, so all of this could stop. And Malcolm, I think Malcolm and Eric were like in charge of everything and in charge of the coalition, and they apparently had a conversation before any money was even taken. And Eric was just like, no, don't take the money, because he knew that they're just trying to give us this money for us to stop. But Malcolm took the money, and Eric and I think like 2 other players left the coalition after that because they didn't agree with that. And he's come out and said that Malcolm called him and was like, how much is he going to make? How much is it going to take for you to stop kneeling? And Eric was like, there's no amount of money that's going to make me stop kneeling, because I'm not kneeling for money or attention. I'm doing this, as a protest for the injustice that's being done to black and brown people.
Yeah.
So that's why him and some of the players left, because they didn't agree with it. But Malcolm took the money, and him and everybody else who stayed, they don't kneel anymore. They stopped ever since they got the money. So that's why Eric is calling him a sellout, because he's saying you didn't do it for the right reasons. You don't care about what's going on. You were just doing this because of the publicity it was bringing us. And then when they threw this money at us, you're happy.
Right.
And now they're, going back and forth in the media because of this. And I mean, I agree with Eric, because I'm like, there's no amount of money. And then as far as the solution, I mean, it's hard to come up with a solution to this problem when this is a worldwide problem.
That is what I was gonna say. I was gonna ask, like, what kind of solution, if you're kneeling for the injustice of how black people are being treated in the country, like, how can you solve that except for to stop killing us?
Exactly. For things to change. And just because you throw money at us, that's not going to change that.
And throwing money
but
to
kneeling
people
doesn't either.
I already have money.
and that's basically what he was saying. He didn't want to take money away from other causes that they were doing for this, because like what they're trying to accomplish is basically have equality in America. Because like basically what Cabinet was basically saying is that why are we standing for this national anthem where it's basically what it stands for isn't happening. That's basically what he's been saying, but everybody keep on saying that he's disrespecting the flag and he's disrespecting the military and stuff like that.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me, because like I said, you can't throw money at a problem and think that's going to solve it when this is a worldwide problem. Right. And then it was like right after they gave them the money, the NFL passed the rule that now everybody has to stand for the anthem. Like, you cannot kneel for the anthem. Right after they gave them that money, they passed that rule. And it's just like, that's suspect.
Brian.
Huh?
I think they're still kneeling. I know Kenny Stills is still kneeling. It's just right now, which is why the whole thing is suspect, with the NFL controlling how the cameras are on what players and who they're focusing on. In 2015, they focused on all the players that were kneeling. Kenny Stills and Eric Reed, and I can't remember the other ones that are still kneeling. The cameras are just not on them.
Of course,
because
there's
they're
people
finding
still
a way to
kneeling. But
not focus on
I'm pretty sure they're getting fined behind closed doors for kneeling, because they're not supposed to.
I know Kenny Stills was still kneeling.
But
I don't know about the fines. I haven't heard anything about them finding him. I did hear that NFL were going to find people that kneel.
So it's coming. So basically, you are attacking my amendment to protest. So
I mean, in my opinion, I don't have a problem with the kneeling as far as you want to bring attention to these problems, though I don't think it resolves anything. I don't have a problem with them kneeling. But I also don't have a problem with the fact that business owners are looking after their businesses. Because if you kneel and that turns off your audience, where your ratings are lower now in 2018, I don't have a problem with them trying to find a way to make their audience happy, because you're going to lose money, and none of those players are going to be getting paid if the NFL can't make money. As far as ticket sales and ratings and all of that, it goes into what that owner makes. So I can see it on both sides, because I honestly don't have a problem with them trying to, again, bring attention to what's going on in our community as far as black people getting shot and stuff like that. But I just think we just got to kind of understand it from both point of views.
All right. Well, that's going to be the last thing on that topic. We are coming up to the end of the show, and I actually wanted to give our guests the opportunity to give out their social media, how people can get in contact with her, how they can actually follow her, keep up to date with what she's doing, if she has any deals or anything going on with her massage therapist, pricings or anything.
Okay. You can follow me on Instagram at mymuscles. That's with an SMUSCLES matter.com.
That reminds me. I meant to ask you, how did you come up with the name of your own company?
Well, my name is Megan McDonald, and I kind of wanted to stick with the MM situation. So, your muscles matter. So it just kind of clicked.
Okay.
But yeah, so Instagram is My Muscles Matter, Facebook is Muscles Matter, and my webpage is www.mymusclesmatter.com. And actually, if you come out to Ty's event next week, I will be there, and I will have flyers for 20% off your first in-home session.
20%. What if I just show up to get the flyer?
No, that's on you, but then you're missing out on networking with other great business owners.
So y'all hear that? Don't miss out. Y'all better be there. Joy, you want to give your social media?
Yeah. You can catch me on Instagram at creativa _ last name Dees 88, and also on Facebook at Joy Dees.
All right, y'all know where y'all can find me. It is King Cancer _ 1914 on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and my fan page on Facebook is King Cancer 1914.
All right. And as we've been promoting the last couple of weeks, and Megan just talked about, like she said, this is a great opportunity if you're trying to get in business, or you're trying to support a business, or you're a business person yourself. Like, if you already seen speed datings and everything, this is a perfect opportunity to meet people, connect with them. From what I understand is that depending on why you're going there, you want to have a bracelet with a different color that basically lets people know exactly why you're there and how you're going to actually network with people and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's a unique way of doing it. And like, if you're a business person, you always want to gather up more partners, build your brand, branch out your brand, reach more target audiences and everything. So, best way to do this is go to togethereverything.com/events. This is togethereverything.net. I think I said .com before, but it's .net/events to get your tickets, purchase your tickets and everything. Go to Quarantine Enterprise with everything with us. Go to quarantineenterprise.com. I am working on actually getting everybody, all the co-hosts, actual page on the actual website, but like, they've been giving out their fan pages and everything to go on Facebook and their Instagrams and stuff like that. So make sure you follow them so you can keep up to date with all the co-hosts, learn their personalities and everything. Because like, y'all been here in the past couple since we actually relaunched with all the co-hosts. Everybody has a different personality. You might gravitate to one co-host from the other one, but we do encourage you to like everybody's page and everything. So yeah, with me, everything's ill_Mackenzie. Even with I was about to say, PlayStation. Like, if you're a gamer and everything, I haven't been on the game that much. Like, And it's crazy. Like every 3 months, I'll get that notification saying PlayStation done took this money out your account, and like I was like, "Dang, I haven't even played the game in like 3 months." But if you're a gamer, you can look me up on there, Instagram, Snapchat, all _ill_Mackenzie. The actual Quarantine Radio Instagram page, where we basically try to keep people up to date, and we're going to try to transition that to the website as well for the blog and everything. But try to keep everybody up to date with stuff that's going on in the world. Quarantine_radio. The Twitter account is actually ran by somebody. I keep forgetting to actually give them content to actually put up on there. But you can actually follow us on Twitter, Quarantine Radio, all one word. And I think that's about it. Oh yeah, what's Angela's stuff?
Her fan page, Angela, our missing co-host, who's been missing for the last month and a half. Her fan page.
You ain't got to throw her under the bus like that.
Right under that bus. I just threw her right under there. Her fan page is Ordinary Ange. Go like it. She desperately needs it. And what's her Instagram, Joy? I know you know.
I think it's Pretty Hurts. Pretty Hurts. I think it's 1914. Hold on, no, get up real quick.
No, that's me. I'm 1914. Don't.
1980. I think it's 1984.
Pretty Hurts 1980 something, I believe.
Yeah, it's 84.
1984.
Yeah, Darnell's right. Yeah,
Pretty Hurts 1984 is her Instagram. Go like her Instagram.
James, who's actually in the chat room, his Facebook is King James V2.0. Kind of like King James version 2.0. But yeah, James be on the show most times on Tuesdays. So and me and him actually are going head to head in the Fantasy Football League. So we'll keep you updated on that. I think I'm projected to win. So we got to see exactly how that is. And
Darnell, can you stop rigging my number?
Well, we're talking about the Fantasy Football League.
Oh,
I have nothing to do with that. You have to talk to ESPN. I have no power over that.
Okay, Darnell.
So
number 12 every week.
That you gotta do better picks, I guess. But other than that, I appreciate everybody tuning in. As I always state, you can always catch us on demand on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and I'm trying to update all the videos on YouTube. So keep a lookout on that as far as the visual of the interviews and everything. But we trying to think. Next Tuesday, I got to double check on who we got next Tuesday because I think I double booked. So
yeah, we might be doing 2 interviews in one night, y'all.
I'm trying to see if I can get one of them to reschedule. But yeah, so just stay tuned. I'll let y'all know exactly who we're interviewing next Tuesday. Other than that, this show has been quarantined. We'll see y'all Tuesday. All right.
Hey, this is Nola Ada, and you are now rocking with Ill Mackenzie. Right here.
What up, Warren? It's your man 504 Detroit. You already know every Tuesday, every Thursday, I'm tuned in to the hottest radio station across the land, Quarantine Radio. They put it down and they play all the hottest new music. Let's get it.
It's your boy Gabe, and I want to give a big shout out to Quarantine Radio. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday and every Thursday. And thank you for supporting my new single, Down Low.
I want to hear that new soul-free wisdom on Quarantine Radio.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the kid Swift, baby. Young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Ill Mackenzie. Straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rocking out here, baby. Let's get it.
Being humble, get no respect.